Hey, what's up guys? So I just came back from giving a 3-hour talk, so if I sound weird, I lost my voice already. And secondly, I don't have my mic with me, so I'm doing my best to present this video to you. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about 3 strategies on how you can spot false breakouts. So to play simply, what is a false breakout? Okay, so let's say today you drew a resistance line over here, okay, and you're waiting and then waiting for the price to break this ceiling, this resistance line. Later on, you see this. Alright, then you make a buy. Only to be surprised after that, instead of the price going up, the price go down and down and down and down again. Then you'll be like, why does this have to happen to me? I'm just trying to make some money. Why do you need to do this to me? Ever wondered why? Is there a name for this? Like, people literally name it a false breakup because it occurs so often, because it happens so often. That's why there's a name for it. In fact, a lot of breakups, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out because way too many people, they trade breakouts the wrong way. They just see, alright, candlestick broke above resistance, I'm gonna make a buy. Now, if it's so easy to trade breakouts just like that, wouldn't everybody do it? If you're watching this, very likely you want to become a smart trader. You don't want to get into traps like this, because this is what banks do, market makers do, to trap you into buying, because they know that you're gonna put a stop loss somewhere down here. Okay, you're gonna put a stop loss somewhere down here, and they're gonna drag the price down because this is where everybody put their stop loss. And then when they drag the price down, everybody dies except for them. So whenever you trade a breakout, you need to think to yourself, okay, is this a trap? Is this a false breakout or is this a real breakout? Now there are 3 ways that you can determine that. Watch my candlestick pattern videos. This pattern, this 3 candlestick pattern, this is a signal in itself that the breakout is not going to work out. So another thing that you can do is to determine if this is a false breakout or not is to change your mindset about support resistance, because a lot of people think that support resistance, okay, I'm so sorry, because a lot of people think that support and resistance, it is a line just like this, when it's not. Okay, support resistance you gotta see as a zone so that you wouldn't be tricked into trading false breakouts. Because for example, if you draw a line over here like this candlestick broke. Okay, in fact these few candlesticks broke resistance line, but instead of going up, it went down. Why did this happen? Because if you learn to draw zones properly, you realize that these few candlesticks are there to just trick you. In fact, a lot of traders, they don't trade breakouts. They fade the breakout, okay? Meaning they'll take this movement. This is called fading the breakout. If you want me to do a video on fading breakouts, let me know. But I would say fading a breakout, technically, a lot of times you'll be trading against the trend, which is pretty risky, I would say, for beginners. Now to think back to what I'm talking about just now. So when it's still within the zone, the resistance zone, it is not a breakout yet. What you want is for a candlestick to pierce above this resistance zone, okay? So you can see, sure enough, later on it pierces above resistance zone, then it come down, test the zone before it goes up. Okay. What you want is for the candlestick to break above the zone. In fact, if you learn to read candlestick bearish engulfing pattern right here, big bearish candlestick followed by a small bullish candlestick. Go and watch my candlestick pattern video, you understand what I'm talking about. Now, the second way that you can prevent yourself from trading the false breakout, if you tell me, Karen, I don't want to draw zones, it's so troublesome, I want to draw a line. Simple as that. Then you use this strategy called pip filter. What's pip filter? Now, if you see this currency over here, this euro dollar, okay? A lot of times traders, when they see a candlestick that break resistance line, this is my resistance line, okay, they're gonna measure the pip value from here to the candlestick. If it exceeds a certain criteria, a certain pip value, okay, a certain value, let's say for example euro dollar, we use minimum, it has to be 15 pips. It has to go above resistance line at least 15 pips, then this is a real breakout. So in this case, you see these candlesticks over here, it is just about 5 to 10 pips away from resistance line, so this is a false breakout. Okay, Don't fall into this trap. Same for this few candlestick. False breakout. Visually you can see is between 5 to 10 pips. Now the pip value, just understand, depends on the currency. Not all currency pairs are 15 pips. For euro dollar, I'm just saying that for euro dollar, 15 pips is a good amount. Better yet, combine this with price action, because again you can see over here, this is a bearish army pattern. It detaches by 5 to 10 pips and you have a bearish army pattern. So these two clues telling you that, okay, price is going to U-turn, it's going to go down. This is a false breakout. Again, you see patterns over here, bearish engulfing pattern, okay, bearish army pattern, then a bullish engulfing pattern over here. The price tells you a lot about whether it's a false breakout or not. So ideally what you want to see, okay, this is another chart that I've drawn. So this is my support zone over here. You see along the way, the price, the lower channel, the lower wick, pierce support line, but still within the support zone, okay, still within. Ideally what you want to see is the candle break below support line. So clearly this is more than 15 pips from here to here. Clearly more than 15 pips. So what you can do is once this candle close, once it's confirmed, you can make a sell over here. So of course you put a stop loss above support zone, your stop loss, okay. Then if you trade channels, okay, you can see a clear channel over here. You can draw this straight, which is not straight at this point in time. How do you determine TP target? What you can do is that a lot of people, they'll take the height of this channel, then they'll project their TP target downwards. So your TP target will be somewhere here. Just nice, you have a good risk to reward ratio. Okay, good risk to reward ratio. And again, if you want me to do a video on channels, please let me know down in the comment section below as well. Not Chanel, okay? If you want me to do a video on Chanel unboxing, I can do it too, okay? Channels, I can do it too. Chanel video, I can do it too. Okay, so back to this. Third strategy is if you see the price retrace back to Chanel. I mean channel. You see, I'm confused right now. Retrace back to channel. You can see this channel over here. And you see a false breakout right here. Alright. Again, it went above resistance by only a couple of pips, not more than 15 pips. But the most important clue is the candlestick formation over here, the candlestick pattern. This tells you that this is a reversal pattern. So the price, it made this false breakout and then retrace back to the channel. It goes back down. A lot of people, they are going to trade. They're going to fade this breakout too. Again, like I said, you can do this only if you have experience, because technically you are selling in a uptrend. It's a little bit more risky. You can see that the price, it retraces back to support. You see over here? Back to support, just nice. This support level here, retrace back here to the support level. When the price retraces back to the channel, you know that this is a false breakout. So ideally, how do you know that a breakout is legit? What you want to see is if you see a change in function of support resistance. If you watch my previous video, you know that support can become resistance. Resistance can become support. So right now, this resistance became a support. So when you see price come down, then bounce off, and then you see a confirmation in price action. You see over here, bullish army pattern, another bullish army pattern, price come back down, another bullish signal given to you. So there's two bullish signals given to you right now. So when you see price do a bounce off, when you see resistance become support, support become resistance, then this tell you that, okay, this is a legit breakout. Again, when I say legit, I don't mean confirm breakout, because nobody can predict where the price is going to go. Nobody can predict the markets, including me. If somebody tell you that they can predict a breakout, a confirmed breakout, tell them to become a fortune teller. That's all I can say. So what you can do is that after this bounce off, after this confirmation, you can take advantage of the breakout. The good thing about a good breakout is that it can give you a very good risk to reward ratio, because you're going to put your stop loss below resistance, and then if you trade channels, again, you can use this as a gauge of your TP target. So what you can do is that you can take this movement right here, more than enough, then that's the trade. If you're a trend follower, you can trail this movement. Okay, you can trail this movement. Breakouts don't happen often, okay? Just understand that it doesn't happen often. In fact, false breakouts are more common than real breakouts. But if a real breakout does occur, it is very rewarding. So to make this rewarding for you, you gotta learn properly how to spot false breakout. The key thing is practice. The more you practice on how to spot false breakout, the better you become. Okay, so if that now is midnight in Singapore, let's share with me how do you spot false breakouts? Down in the comment section below. I'll talk to you in the next video. Good night.